48-yard line. Great second effort by Cedric Calvert to keep his feet underneath. He put his elbow down on the ground and actually kept it for his knees from touching.
You're not going to find a man that can bring Cedric Calvert down with an arm tackle.
Warren will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line to start their first possession. Trailing 6-0, 4:59 to play first quarter. Peyton Bird splits wide left. Maddox Lassiter, your quarterback. You have Jakari Lee and Tayshawn Johnson ride right. Handoff goes to Marshall. Traylon across the field. Traylon is going to be stood up inside Billy territory down at the 47-yard line. Going to be a gain of 5 on the play, and we'll make it 2nd down and 5 now for the Lumberjacks.
About 4 is what they give him credit for.
Second down. Warren in Monticello territory. Lassiter again out of the shotgun. This time we'll go with a bunch set. No wideouts. You got 2 tight ends, 2 H-backs, a running back. Lassiter wanted to throw. Rolling right. Dumps it in the flat. Complete to Jakari Lee. He's got the first down as he's run out of bounds inside the 40. Down at the 38-yard line. Monticello fans wanted a late hit out of bounds.
Warren fans.
Yeah, Warren fans did. A late hit out of bounds, but then no flag there. Happened about the same place. Warren got the late hit call a moment ago, but now there's a flag back here at the line of scrimmage. Coach Embry does not like it. Going to mark off 5 yards against the Lumberjacks. They call an offsides against Warren.
Warren's had that problem all year. I don't know if it's lining up or just what.
All right, they mark it off. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Lumberjacks. Mark it back at the original line of scrimmage. Coach Embry calling the play from the sideline.
So Coach Embry ain't called squat yet.
Lassiter pitches it to Jakari Lee. Jakari trying to get to the edge. Monticello with the pursuit. They're going to tackle him for a loss. Actually run him out of bounds. Back inside the Lumberjack 45. Back at the 44-yard line. Going to be a loss of 4 on the play. At that time, Monticello's defensive ends, well, they crashed hard, and they stopped that thing from developing any at all. 6-0 our score, 4:08 left to play here in the opening quarter. Warren's first possession, Monticello leading. And Warren looking at 3rd down and long, 3rd and 14. Lassiter snaps it between his legs, and he had to fall on it back inside the 30, all the way back at the 28-yard line.
Lassiter was not ready for that snap. I don't know who was off, the center or the quarterback, but
it was low between his legs, and it's going to be a loss of about 15 on the play. Warren's going to have to punt it away here on their opening possession. 3:44 to play in the opening quarter. Sandra Hemphill will come on to punt for the Lumberjacks. Back deep for the Billies. It's going to be Riley Williams. A lot of seniors on this Monticello squad. Hemphill gets a good snap, end over end kick. Going to hit at the 40, take a Lumberjack roll and go out of bounds inside the 35, about the 31-yard line. So Monticello will get the football back with 3:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. Monticello leading by a score of 6-0. .320 left to play, first quarter. Monticello 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Their second offensive possession. If you joined us late, their opening drive, David, I never did give you a chance to give that a moment ago.
Their opening drive was a long ways.
Yeah. Smith takes the snap, hands off left side. That's Stewart. He's out over the 35, out to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the play.
Monticello's opening drive, 13 plays, 82 yards, took 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, almost over half of the first quarter. 2nd down and 5 after a gain of 5. Smith again out of the shotgun for the Billies. It's direct snap this time. That's to Deion Smith. Deion, he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and no gain. Warren's going to stuff the hole. You had Stone Gorman, Maddox Lassiter, Hunter White all in there along with Cedric Calvert. do give him a gain of about a half a yard. It'll bring up third down and a long 4 now for the Monticello Billies. Ball on the right hash mark. They'll send a wide receiver into the boundary on the right side of the field. Smith calling for the ball. Put Stewart in motion. Sends him wide to the left. That'll be the wide side of the field. Warren playing man-to-man on these receivers. Now Stewart goes back, lines up as a halfback. Smith takes the snap, spins, keeps it himself, finds a little scream. He's out over the 40 to the 41-yard line, and he'll have enough for the first down. The boy is hard. He does a 360-degree spin, David, after he gets the snap.
Yeah.
And your linebackers have to freeze. If they don't.
Yeah, you can't go. If they don't, and he keeps the football, it's open field.
A minute 58 to play here in the opening quarter. Monticello leading 6-0. They're going to bring the chains on measure. We need to thank our folks for sponsoring tonight's ball game. All of our sponsors, want to thank them. Dr. Kerry Pennington as well. Proud sponsor of Lumberjack Football. American Shifting Corporation. If you're in the trucking business, logging business, you need to write these numbers down. 820-2028. That's Michael Adair. He can come pick up your part back to the shop. 1-800-444-5977 is the direct number to their office. They're at 2101 East Broadway in North Little Rock. Over 50 years fixing big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches. They can get you back on the road or in the woods quicker than anybody. Monticello did have enough for the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. They go with the receivers wide on either side. Smith, straight drop, looking, has time, wants to throw deep down the field. He throws. It's going to be short. Gorman goes up. Flags are going to come from everywhere. And they're going to call a defensive pass interference. Stone was playing the football, and he went up for ran into the intended receiver while he was in midair. Actually, the receiver ran into him. But they call defensive pass interference against the Lumberjacks. There's a minute 44 to play here in the first quarter. They'll mark off the penalty against Warren. It'll put it down in Lumberjack territory.
And that was a very debatable call.
Down at the 44-yard line of Warren, 1st and 10 Billies. They lead 6-0. If you joined us late, Monticello took their opening possession, went 86 yards. Took almost 6 minutes of the first quarter. Smith puts a man in motion, short side of the field, fakes to him. Now he's going to keep it himself. He's caught in the backfield and going to be dropped for a loss. Maddox Lassiter shooting the gaps from the linebacker spot will drop him all the way back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play. So Lassiter here in the first quarter, he's been on several plays, hasn't he?
Yes. He has made, I think, 3 tackles so far.
At least. 2nd down, 14 now for the Billies. As they'll come to the line of scrimmage, twin wideouts come wide to the left. Ball on the right hash mark. Monticello moving from right to left. Smith wanting to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll keep it and scramble himself. Hemphill giving chase. Gorman comes up to support from the safety spot. They'll finally bump him out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Warren. It's going to be a gain of about 10 on the play. But it'll still bring up 3rd down and long for Monticello. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5. Clock stopped with just under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Monticello leading 6-0.
That time your defensive end got caught inside and screened off, and quarterback was able to go outside the defensive end, had big pickup.
Direct snap goes to the halfback in the back. He's got the first down as he carries inside the 35 down to the Lumberjack 31-yard line. That's number 5, Zachariah Swift, his first carry on the night.
A loss.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding, be a 10-yard mark off.
Wow. Been a lot of flags here.
A lot of flags
in this first quarter.
Right now, we talked about the defensive line and how well they have been playing. Right now, Coach Hembry's looking for one to actually make a play because they have done very little in this football game.
They mark the football all the way back to midfield. So the penalty against the Billies is a holding call. It'll bring up 3rd down and 17. Need to get all the way down to about the 33-yard line for a first down. Empty backfield for Strand Smith. He'll send his wide out. Jalen Green in motion, and now
timeout, Monticello.
Monticello. We'll take it with them with 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-0. Monticello leading. We're back in just a moment.
It's like we had Stuttgart flashbacks.
Bad call. Continue drive.
But they never should have got him down here because he was hit at the 10-yard line.
Horses, chickens, whatever you may want to see, you'll find it at John's. Not only do they have all your electrical, hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of seeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North and Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
6-0. Monticello called the timeout. They'll go empty backfield. Strand Smith, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. The only halfback they've got is number 21, Cade Paget. Smith wanting to throw, looking down the middle of the field, throws, it's complete, and the ball comes loose. They're going to say it's down.
He was down.
No, they're going to say incomplete. He didn't have control. Wow. Incomplete. That was Keith Wells Jr., who was the big tight end. He came up, caught the football, it looked like. When he hit the ground, it came loose, but the official said he didn't have control.
Sure looked like he caught that football and the ground caused it to come loose then when he hit it. But anyway.
It'll bring up 4th down and 17. Monticello will have to punt with 21 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Monticello leading 6-0. Jakari Lee will go back deep. Jalen Lee will be the up back for the Lumberjacks. As Monticello will get set to punt it for the first time tonight. Almost a bad snap. The punter gets it. Line drive kick. Jakari backs up, catches it at the 13. Jakari
needs a block.
Starts right, now goes back left. He's going to be caught back at the 11-yard line and gang tackle there. Wow, not a very good return for the Lumberjacks. Jakari trying to do what he could, as that was Trenton Stewart on the stop for the Billies. He was the first man to get there, and Warren's going to start from their own 11-yard line. 1st and 10 with 6 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Monticello leading 6-0. And David Warren, this is only their second possession of the first half.
Yes.
They went backwards.
And they went 3 and out the first time.
Yeah, went backwards. All right. Maddox Lassiter, your quarterback. Traylon Marshall, the running back, going to hand it off. Traylon finds a little running room. He's out over the 15. He'll be out to about the 18-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the last play of the first quarter as time expires. We're headed for the second period. 6-0. Monticello leads it here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. We'll take a break and be back after this timeout.
Cruz Purrier has the experience, knowledge, and integrity needed to serve as Circuit Judge Division I. He's a knowledgeable deputy prosecutor, formal legal counsel for the Chico County Court of Court, a fifth-generation family in DeShay County. Cruz Purrier understands the importance of being fair and impartial.
I'm Cruz Purrier. I ask for your vote for Circuit Judge Division I. Political ad paid for by Committee to Elect Cruz Purrier.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
Warren will start the second period. Second down and 3 from their own 17. Handoff again to Traylon. Traylon break to tackle. Gets out over the 25. He's tripped up and brought down out at the 28-yard line. So Traylon will move the chains, and Warren will have their first down of the night. With 11:54 to play here in the second quarter. Warren's only second possession of the night. They trail 6-0.
First quarter. Warren, 0 yards total offense. Monticello, 125 yards total offense.
Lassiter out of the gun. Going to dip it off into flat. Going to try to get it to Marshall. Underthrows him. Trying to get it to Traylon Marshall. Out here in isolation. Out of the backfield is got a Monticello player shaking up there on the play. That's Keith Wells Jr. You know, he went off the field limping a moment ago, and he was coming up to make the play there on Marshall, and may have just twisted an ankle. We've got 11:46 left to play here in the first half. 6-0 our score. Yeah, David, we talked about that first quarter of action. It was all Monticello.
It was all Monticello, and you look at the stats and you wonder, why are we only behind 7-0?
6-0.
Yeah, 6-0. You'd think, wow.
All right. They're going to help Keith Wells Jr. He's going to walk off the field under his own power. He's got those ankles really taped up. Warren will be looking at second down and 10 following the incomplete pass. Cedric Calvert's your running back now. Peyton Bird split wide left. He's in man-to-man coverage, and you got Tayshawn Johnson on the other side. So Warren with twin wideouts, one on either side. Ball on the left hash mark. Warren moving from right to left here in the second quarter. Calvert gets the call. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Ball is loose. It's on the ground. Monticello says they have it. Calvert was hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the hit on him was number 33. I don't have him on my roster, but he's right there. Ball comes loose, and Monticello recovers at the Warren 25-yard line. The Bills forced the first turnover of the game, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Lumberjack 25-yard line with 11:32 to play here in the first half. Monticello with a 6-0 lead. Warren defense going to have to make a stand here. That front four going to have to get tough for the Lumberjacks. Monticello will come from the sideline, go straight to the line of scrimmage. They'll put twin wideouts wide left, stay in the single wing with one back on the right side. That's Stewart. The other running back is Zykeria Swift. Put Stewart in motion. Now Smith, flags come in. They're going to call offsides against Monticello. Had too many men in motion at one time.
Yep.
So back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 now for Monticello. They'll spot it back at the 30-yard line. But what an opportunity here for the Monticello Billies, David. Leading 6-0.
You push us in, and on a night like tonight, you're in great shape.
With the rain still coming down, it's not quite as hard as it was during the pregame, but it is still steady. 1st and 15. Strand Smith, the quarterback. Put Stewart in motion again to the wide side of the field. Rolling to his left. Smith looking down the field. Going to tuck it. Now dumps it off. He's got it complete to Stewart along the sideline at the 15. He'll turn it inside and get it down close to the 11-yard line.
He was
across the line of scrimmage.
By far across.
Now they're going to bring it back. Yeah, the ball was spotted at the 30. He released it at about the 26-yard line where he let loose. So it's going to be an illegal forward pass against the Billies. So nullify that play. It'd be an illegal forward pass against Monticello. That comes with a loss of down as well.
Yes.
It was 1st.
Okay, there's the flag for it. Illegal forward pass. Monticello, loss of down.
Yep. So they'll mark off the penalty against the Billies. And Coach Harvey's out wanting an explanation over there for Monticello. They'll mark off the yardage. It's a 5-yard penalty. So they mark it from where he released the football, which they said was the 29. So they mark it back to the 34-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 19 now for Monticello at the Lumberjack 34-yard line. Well, 2 negative plays so far.
So far.
This after the turnover. Monticello looking at second down and 19 from the Warren 34. Direct snap comes back to Keon Smith. He breaks one tackle in the backfield, and then that's all he's going to get. He'll get it back to about the 33.
Maddox Laster again with the tackle.
Yeah. A gain of 1 on the play. That was number 5. That was Zacharias Swift on the carry. And Monticello looking at third down and 18 now from the Warren 33-yard line. So third and long, 10:53 to play in the half. Monticello leading 6-0. They forced the turnover, took over at the 25. They'll spread the field. Twin wideouts wide left. One comes wide right. Straight drop by Smith, wanting to go deep down the right sideline toward the end zone. Jakari Lee is there. The ball's thrown out of bounds. It'll be incomplete and bring up a 4th down and 17 or 4th down and 18 for the Billies. And I don't see any flags on the play. So no defensive pass interference. Jakari Lee was right there. He was our player of the game last week.
Yes.
Because of his performance on defense against DeWitt. And his offensive performance as well. Peyton Bird will check in at safety now. Stone Gorman will come out. Monticello, obvious passing situation on 4th down and 18 from the Lumberjack, 32, 33 and out, 33-yard line. Twin wideouts go wide left. Stewart goes in motion. Smith rolling to his left. Now flags come in and either offsides or delay a game. Delay a game against the Billies.
Although the call should have been ineligible participation because they're bringing a sub in the huddle, and when they break the huddle, the guy that's being replaced is going out.
So back up 5 yards. It'll be 4th down now and about 23. And Monticello's going to send the punting unit on. Yeah, they'll send their punting unit on. Looking at 4th and 23. The ball is spotted out at the 37. And they need to get all the way down
I wouldn't
the 14-yard line.
Put nobody deep. Don't buy into this.
Monticello will go into punting formation. Warren sends no one back deep. You get a good snap, no pressure, and a side kick. Shanked it toward the sideline. It's going to hit inside the 10. They'll say it went out of bounds at the 10, make it the 11-yard line. Warren will take over, and David, for the second time tonight, they start deep in their own territory. There's a flag on the play, however. Let's see what the flag is all about. The flag is up at the 25-yard line. Warren would have had the football at the 11. That's where they started their first drive. Or
right. second
drive of the night.
Just sideline warning.
Okay. Well, Coach Embry gets one of those tonight.
Yeah.
6-0, Monticello with the lead. 10:22 to play here in the first half. He joined us left. Monticello took the opening kickoff, went 86 yards, took over 6 minutes of that first quarter to put their points on the board. Warren looking at 1st and 10. Lassiter hands it off. That's going to be Marshall. Marshall going to get it back to about the line of scrimmage. He marked it at the 7. So he's going to gain 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now for Warren. Still Warren in their own shadow of their own goalpost. Reaps in at tight end. He'll go to the wide side of the field. Twin receivers come wide left. Maddox going to hand it off again. Marshall straight up the gut. He's out over the 15, out close to the 17-yard line, and going to be about a yard shy or half a yard shy of the first down. Nope, they say he's got the first down. We're on the visitor side tonight, and that's where the chains are. So it's hard to see that angle.
You can't see.
But they do get the first down. Warren gets a little breathing room. 1st and 10 at the 17, their own 17. Lassiter, again, hands off right up the middle. Marshall creeps through the line. He breaks a tackle over the 25. He's out to the 30-yard line. And Traylon Marshall running hard, finding a little breathing room, and picks up the first down.
13-yard pickup. So now your offensive line beginning to pick up the tempo after basically stinking the place up the first quarter. They've kind of got into a little rhythm.
Calvert checks in at running back. Cedric will line up in the backfield with Maddox. Lassiter. Tayshawn Johnson splits wide right. Lassiter spins, hands off to Calvert. Calvert trying to pick his way.
Nothing there.
Tiptoed up to the line of scrimmage, and he may gain a yard or two. We'll see how much they give him. They're actually going to get 3 out of the play. It'll be second down and 7. Doesn't look like he went anywhere.
No.
But Calvert somehow picked up 3. Second down 7. Warren goes with no huddle. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 6-0 our score. Monticello leading. 8:45 left to play in the first half. Lassiter pumps right, throws back left to Calvert, complete. Wanting a block, gets out over the 35. He'll fall forward to the 38-yard line, make it the 39. Going to be about a yard shy of a first down there. So it'll bring up third down and 1 now for the Lumberjacks. They spotted actually back at the 38. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Warren quickly to the line. Lassiter calling for the ball. Hands off again. This is Marshall waiting on his block. He's got the first down. As he crosses the 40, he'll get out to the 42-yard line and be upended there. Coming up to make the stop for Monticello, that was Tay Gertman. Well, Warren to keep the drive alive. They have 1st and 10. Started at their own 7-yard line. 7:57 to play. Here in the first half, Warren trailing 6-0. Jakari lead. Tayshawn J. Jakari comes in motion now. Going to hand it off to him. Jet sweep to the short side of the field. Turns it up. He's at midfield inside Billy territory to the 45 to the 44-yard line before he's finally brought down there.
12-yard pickup.
That time on the stop, it was Ryan Franklin. But we'll move the chains. It'll be another first down for the Lumberjacks.
75 on this side. Is that Weston Gavin? Yeah. Made a great block. He kicked out there with that little flare pass or on that reverse, and boy.
Gave Jakari Lee time to get down the field.
Yes.
Now they call a penalty against the Lumberjacks. Mark off 5 yards. What was that for?
Offsides.
Offsides.
Motion, offsides. Call it what you like. It was us moving.
First down and 15. We're behind the chains now. I spot it back at the 49-yard line of Monticello. 1st and 15. Twin set. Lassiter's going to keep it himself. Looking for a block. Picks it up from Marshall. Carries inside the 45. He'll be upended down at the 41-yard line. And that's where the Lumberjacks will have it. So Maddox Lassiter on a design quarterback keeper. He just lowered his shoulder and ran over.
Just lowered his shoulder. He got a block from Traylon Marshall and made the best of it.
Picks up about 7 on the play, make it 8. Warren looking at 2nd down and 6. Handoff up the middle. This time to Marshall. Marshall crossed the 40. He'll be down to the 36-yard line and stood up there. So Traylon Marshall going to bring up a 3rd down situation for the Lumberjacks here. 3rd and about 4. I'll make it 3rd and 3. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line of Monticello. Monticello leading 6-0. 6:14 to play here in the first quarter. Warren going with trip receivers. First time tonight. Wide to the right. They'll spread the field. Monticello, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers.
Motion.
There's a lot of motion. Warren looks like the left tackle. We thought that was Gavin.
I think it is, but he got a little bit of a hurry this time.
Normally wears 69. He's wearing number 75 tonight.
Warren been penalized 5 times for 30 yards. Monticello's been penalized for 50 yards worth. So,
all right, 3rd down and 8 for Warren. Lassiter looking back, screenplay. He's going to be complete to Marshall. Marshall inside the 40 to the 35, carrying a defender with him all the way down to the 30-yard line. He'll get the first down. That was Trenton Stewart, the defensive cornerback, coming up. But Traylon Marshall just out-muscled him for that extra 3 yards.
Yes, he did on that screen pass.
So mark it up to 31. They said that's where his knee went down. Warren will move the chains. It'll be first down. Warren trailing 6-0 here with 5:37 left to play here in the first half. Reap lines up this time. Jet Reap lines up as an H-back. Jakari comes in motion, handoff to him, jet sweep to the near side. Jakari cuts it back. He's inside the 20, going to be down to about the 17-yard line. Good downfield blocking. You had Jet Reap down there. You had Cedric Calvert down there, and that was Gavin.
Gavin back down there making up for his 5 yards.
Warren will move the chains again. It'll be first down for the Lumberjacks. They spot it at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Ball on the left hash mark. And now official timeout on the field. This one's called by one of the officials. 6-0 our score. Monticello has the lead. We've got 5:15 to play here in the first half. The rain is still coming down. It's not near as hard as it was earlier. And we look for it. Hopefully it will taper off by the second half. I'm not sure what the official timeout's all about. They came over and explained it to Coach Embry. Now they're going over and talking with Coach Harvey on the far side. It must be, I don't know if the game clock didn't start or they're wanting to reset some time back on it. They're looking at the clocks. They put 5:21 back up on the clock.
They put 6 seconds back.
All right. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the Monticello 18-yard line. Warren trailing 6-0. Lassiter going to hand it off. That's Cedric Calvert.
What?
Now flags come in. They're going to call a procedure call against the Lumberjacks.
Yeah.
Tayshawn Johnson coming in motion. Calvert was going to take the handoff and go up the middle, but Warren's going to go back 5 yards. So
that was your tackle on the right side. That
should still be first down. Chain marker says second. Lassiter wanting to throw. Looking over the middle for Bird. Throws it up in the air. It's going to be tipped in the air and almost intercepted. Oh, my.
Just a little tall for Bird.
Peyton Bird listed at 6'1". He's a tall receiver. He went high in the air and tipped it. And anytime there's a tip ball, it's almost a chance for it to be intercepted. Again, the down marker says third
down, but
3rd and 15.
Seems like it should have still been first. This should be second down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Lassiter again out of the shotgun. Low snap. He's have to fall on it back at the 33-yard line. Second low snap of the night. And a bad snap, and the loss is going to be back to the 32-yard line. Make it the 33-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 10 on the play.
They should still show him 4th down. It still should be 3rd down. I don't think Coach Embry realizes that marker.
I don't either. All right, they're calling it 4th down and 25. Warren's going to go for it.
Well,
trailing 6-0.
I don't think it would change anything.
Lassiter looking, going toward the end zone. Looking for Tayshawn Johnson in the back of the end zone.
There it is. There's a flag as they got Marshall.
That was a take in the end zone.
I feel the same way about that interference I did about the one in Warren's interference earlier. Yeah, angled up, but neither football was going to be catchable. You could have let him go on by himself.
So that'll bail Warren out. That'll come with an automatic first down. Pass interference called against the Billies. They'll mark off the penalty against the Billies. Spot it down at the 18, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10 for Warren at the 18-yard line now of Monticello. And now the officials are going to discuss things some more. 6-0 our score. Only scoring came in the first quarter.
They've still got the down marker at 4 on 4th down.
Should be first down. Now they've chased it.
Okay, there we went.
Nope. All right, they say 4th down and 10. Okay. Lassiter out of the shotgun.
Motion.
Warren's going to jump off sides. That's going to be Jacob Duran, the right tackle. Jumped a little bit. Oh, my. Emotions are pretty high in this ball game, aren't they, out there on the field? Both teams fired up.
Both teams seem very anxious.
So it'll be, they say 4th down and 15 for Warren. from the Monticello 23-yard line. They can get a first down about the 6. Lassiter again out of the shotgun. Calvert in the backfield. Lassiter looking right, throwing this one.
That came out of his hands early. Wasn't even near anybody.
Look,
it slipped.
So Warren will turn it over on downs at the 23-yard line of Monticello with 3:51 left to go in the half. Monticello leading 6-0.
If your Coach Hembry, halftime cannot come quick enough.
3:51 remaining here in the first half. Monticello leading 6-0. Only scoring, as we said, came in the first quarter. Monticello took the opening kickoff and went 86 yards and I think 16 plays. Took over 6 minutes of that first quarter to score. All right, Strand Smith out of the shotgun. Hands off to Stewart. Stewart left side, runs into a crowd, and he may get a yard, maybe 2 out of it. He's going to get it out to about the 24. So a yard gain by Trenton Stewart. It'll bring up second down and 9 for the Billies. Warren has 3 timeouts remaining, trailing 6-0 here with 3:25 to play in the first half. I think Warren makes a stop here. Coach Hembry uses one of his timeouts.
I don't know.
We'll see. Strand Smith out of the shotgun, one back in the backfield. Stewart, the H-back on the right side. They're taking all the time they can off the clock. Clock continues to run. Play clock down to 4. Monticello's going to
call
it down and call the timeout. With 2:59 left to play in the half, it's 6-0. Monticello leading. We're back in just a moment.
At 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Senator Eddie Cheatham is well known for his integrity, honesty, hard work, and knowledge. Senator Cheatham has been a strong voice for Southeast Arkansas, representing us at the state capitol. He is a former respected educator and is married with 2 children and 6 grandchildren. We need to keep Senator Eddie Cheatham working for us. He shares our values of faith, family, and community.
Paid for by the Cheatham campaign.
Monticello leads it 6-0. Second down and 9 for the Billies from their own 23-yard line. Smith takes a snap, rolls, looking down deep, has a man wide open. And downfield, it'll be unthrown and complete at the 40-yard line. Running a seam down the middle of the field between the safeties, and the safeties are biting on that and coming up. Nobody's following that receiver. Saw the same play earlier tonight that they completed on the first drive. There's a flag down.
Offsetting penalties. Still replay he didn't signal dead ball, did he? So we're just going to replay the whole thing like it never happened.
All right. Should remain second down and 9 for Monticello. These officials are earning their money tonight.
Yeah.
They're throwing flags on both sides. They didn't realize that it's raining and we want to get out of here tonight, did they?
No, they didn't. Evidently, they like water.
They'll put the football back to 23.5, almost to 24-yard line. Third down and 9 for the Billies. They'll go with a bunch. Right, that's the short side of the field. Out of the same way. Smith hands it off, short side of the field. Warren got him corralled. He'll hit him at the 25. He'll fall forward out to the 27-yard line. Gorman comes up. Cedric Calvert's there along with Embry. And on the stop for the Lumberjacks is Weston Embry. And on the stop, and Monticello will look at fourth down now and about 7. With 2.5 minutes, the clock continues to run. Warren still has 3 timeouts remaining. Monticello has 1. Back deep, Jakari Lee going to stand about his own 45 as he awaits the punt for the Billies. Been doing the punting tonight. That is John Efford. Gets a high snap. He'll pull it down. Warren, no pressure, and he shanks it again. It's going to be a short punt. Going to go out of bounds, and going to be marked inside the 45.
Now let's watch where he walked.
They're going to mark him at the 40-yard line. So it ends up being a 12-yard punt. Warren's got a minute 59 left to work with and 3 timeouts here, David. They're within striking distance.
Yes.
Trailing 6-0.
There's no doubt they're within striking distance. Our problem's been we've been self-destructing.
Jakari Lee, along with Peyton Bird, comes wide to the left. That'll be the short side of the field. Ball on the left hash mark. Jared Payne split wide right. Now Jakari goes in motion. Play action. Wanting to throw over the middle. Complete. Payne at the 30. Down the left sideline. The 20. Going to be bumped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Jared Payne lined up on the right side, the wide side of the field, ran a drag route underneath the linebackers, the safeties in between them. And Lassiter gave him a pass, and he carries it as 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line now.
And when Lee went in motion, he carried everything with him. Everything came back the other way, and Monticello didn't.
1st and 10 from the 11 now for the Lumberjacks. Lassiter again out of the gun, hands off up the middle. It's Marshall. Marshall cuts it back at the 5. Marshall dragging people with him to the 2-yard line. Traylon Marshall coming up to make the stop on him. Number 14. He's a big guy. Jordan Light. Plays middle linebacker, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Marshall picks up 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 2-yard line now for the Lumberjacks. Clock continues to run. 1:19 to go before half. Monticello leading 6-0. Lassiter looking over the defense. Lassiter's going to keep it himself behind the block. Tries to get to the goal line. He doesn't get in, but he gets the first down. Coach Embry calls a timeout here with 1:08 left to play. It should be 1st and goal to go, I believe, if they spot it inside the 1. Warren will get the timeout. It'll be 1st and goal from inside the 1 now for Warren. We'll keep it right here. Remind you that our friends at American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. They've been in business for over 50 years, fixing big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches. If you're in the dirt working business, the logging business, the trucking business, American Shifty Corporation is who you want to call if you have transmission, rear end, or clutch problems. 1-800-444-5977. Or you can call Michael Adair. He still works the area, still travels across the state, delivering parts and picking up parts. 820-2028. A lot of times he can come directly to your shop or where you're broke down and get your parts in and back on the road, get you back going quicker than anybody else. That's American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. All right, Warren took the timeout. It's 1st and goal to go from inside the 1.
Bird's in. And Calvert.
He'll take the direct snap, or Bird will. Low snap. It's on the ground, and Bird's going to fall on it back at the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. As the rain starts to come down hard again. And Warren going to have to use their second timeout. No, they have not yet. Clock continues to run. Now it's instead of 1st and goal from the 1, it's 2nd and goal from the 10. Lassiter comes back in at quarterback. Cedric Calvert, your running back. Lassiter bobbles a snap, gets it, dumps it off to Calvert in the flat. He picks up a block from Gavin, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Cedric Calvert from 10 yards out. But again, it was Gavin who set up the block. Sealed it for him to get inside.
Seal that corner, and Calvert gets in easily.
Warren ties the ball game 6-6 with the extra point coming for the lead. And on to do the kicking. That is DeLeon. Jesse snaps down. The kick's on its way. It's blocked.
So this one will go in at the half, more than likely tied.
6-6. We've got 31 seconds remaining. We're back in just a moment.
Your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it. At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
31 seconds remain before halftime. We're tied 6-6. The Lumberjacks and the Monticello Billies here at Hyatt Field. The Union Bank Saline River shootout going on tonight here at Hyatt Field. The big trophies on the line. We had a Monticello player shaking up as Jalen Green. He's shaking up. Folks recognize his name a bit. He used to hang around Warren when he was a youngster. Played some peewee football there for the Warren team. Now playing for the Monticello Billies. He's going to get up and walk off the field under his own power. David Warren took advantage of the short punt.
6 plays, 40 yards, a minute and 28 seconds.
Missed the extra point. The point after was actually blocked. So Monticello will have 31 seconds remaining when they get the kickoff. DeLeon's going to kick it off again. As everybody's back deep, the rain continues to come down. Another high end-over-end kick going to be fielded, bobbled at the 16, now returned up over the 20.
Got a big space.
25, going to be out to about the 33-yard line. And hustling down on the special teams, that's Traylon Marshall making the stop on the special teams out at the 34-yard line. Monticello will have one timeout remaining. 24 seconds left to go here in the half. We're tied at 6-6. Hey, don't forget the scoreboard show's coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, 10 to midnight right here on K-Country. We'll have all the scores for you from around the state. Randy Rainwater and Barry Grooms will bring you all the scores. First and 10, Monticello. We'll see if they try to go for it or just try to run the clock out here before halftime. All tied 6-6. Strand Smith, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. They're going to run the play. They're going to hand it off. Jet sweep. Got blockers out in front of him. Oh, the 35, the 40, 45. Coming up, Jalen Lee finally going to wrestle him out of bounds up near midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left to go. I believe that was Nicholas Smith on the carry for the Billies.
15-yard pickup.
It's another first down for Monticello. The market just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line on the Billies side. 17 seconds remain. All tied 6-6 here in the rain. Monticello spreads the field this time. Twin receivers come wide right. One goes wide left. Smith, empty backfield. Strand, straight drop back. Looking left, going down the left sideline. Third round is going to be intercepted. Jared Payne intercepts it, returns it at the 20, 25, 30, picks up a block at the 35, the 40, all the way back to midfield, and they're going to be at the 45-yard line with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. And Jared Payne played that one perfectly.
Perfect.
They were running a fly pattern down the left sideline. Payne was right there, stride for stride with the descent with the receiver. Jared Payne comes up with a huge interception. 3 seconds left. Time for one play for the Lumberjacks. And they're at their own 45-yard line. Our score is 6-6. And the rain really starts to get hard again, David. It's coming down. Monticello is going to go in a prevent defense. They got 3 down linemen, 8 men back in coverage.
I swear with it raining like this, it'd be tempted just to take a knee.
They're going to hand it off to Traylon Marshall. Marshall across midfield. He's to the 40. Breaks a tackle to the 35. Still on his feet at the 30 and finally going to be wrapped up and wrestled down at the 30-yard line. Traylon Marshall will add 25 yards to his stats here as time expires at halftime. It is 6-6. The Lumberjacks and the Billies are tied. There's a couple of players down from Monticello. One of them's not moving very much.
Yeah.
I think they may have collided themselves.
I think they ran into each other. That should be the half.
But they're going to take a look at the officials, and it is halftime. There was a flag on the play, unsportsmanlike conduct call
On both sides.
On both sides. They called it offsetting penalty, so that won't extend the half by anything. But right now, let's say a prayer for that player that is down on the field from Monticello as they're attending to him.
Okay,
we're going to keep it right here. It's 6-6. We're all tied, 6-6. That player is up moving now, so that's good to see. One of them that was shaking up is up walking off. Number 14, that is Jordan Light, the middle linebacker. He's going to get up under his own power, and both teams will head to the locker room here at halftime. 6-6, our score. Boy, what a game we got for you here tonight on K-Country. Don't go anywhere. Our halftime show's coming your way in just a moment.
You count on your smartphone to keep you connected. Now it can connect to your finances, too. With our new mobile banking service, you can download the app that will keep you up with your money. Check balances, transfer funds. It's like a bank teller in your purse or pocket. Smart, huh? Mobile banking. It's just one more way that we found to make the financial side of your life a little easier. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring, and wishing them the best.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away in that vehicle you have always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robinautomotive.com.
Back here at Hyatt Field in Monticello, 6-6 our score. The Lumberjacks and the Billies are all tied up here at halftime. You go back and look, our only scoring from Monticello came on the opening drive of the ball game. They went 86 yards. Took over 6.5 minutes to drive down the field. They went up 6-0, went for a 2-point conversion. That was no good. Warren wouldn't get on the scoreboard, though, until late in the first half. With 1:20 left to go before halftime, Warren takes over after a short punt by the Billies, which gave Warren excellent field position at the Monticello 40-yard line. And it took Warren, I believe, was it 4 plays to get in? How many plays?
6.
6 plays to get in from 40 yards out, but they get in. Cedric Calvert finds the end zone for the Lumberjacks, and Warren, all was needed was an extra point to take the lead. The extra point was blocked, and that's where we stand here at halftime. 6-6, our score. Lumberjacks and the Billies are all tied. We'll take a break. We'll come back and kind of run down some scores for you from around the state if we can find some for tonight. And we'll have more when we come back in just a moment.
Your circuit judge. He has the knowledge and experience voters in Southeast Arkansas deserve. James is a seasoned professional with more than 30 years experience in Arkansas law.
Hi, this is James Hamilton. My extensive experience in Arkansas law has more than prepared me for this opportunity. I promise to be honest, fair, and to apply the law equally to all who appear before the court.
Vote for experience on November 3rd. Vote James Hamilton for circuit judge. Paid for by James A. Hamilton for circuit judge.
Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true.
See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Bank and Trust Company, let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. This weekend through Sunday at Super Value Foods in Warren, you'll find family pack split breast, 98 cents a pound. Roma tomatoes, 88 cents a pound. 3-pound bag of Red Delicious apples, $1.98 each. And beef shoulder roast, just $2.98 a pound. Family pack drumsticks or thighs are 78 cents a pound. And baby peeled carrots, 2 bags for 98 cents. It's all at Super Value Foods. Through Sunday, the Super Value Foods Weekend Blowout Sale going on now.
When it comes to healthcare, I want the best. We all want the best. The best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find healthcare with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center. Hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Just like you.
We're at halftime here at Hyatt Field in Monticello, 6-6 our score. Warren and Monticello all tied here at the half, all knotted up. Looking at some other scores from around the state. First of all, in 5A, it's Alma trailing Bologna 14-0 at the half. Batesville over Brooklyn 10-0 at the half. Camden Fairview all over Hope 34-0. Clarksville trailing L.A. Calvary Baptist, that's 21-14. Pulaski Academy ahead of Little Rock Christian, 38-14. That's in the second quarter. Maumelle at halftime leading Whitehall, 14-7. It's Marlton and Harrison. They're all tied at 14 apiece. Staying in 5A, Wynn leading Paragould, 28-0. And then Greene County Tech trailing Valley View, 10-7 at the half. Watson Chapel, boy, they are really putting it on BB, 50-14 in the second quarter. Big game in the 4A tonight was Arkadelphia and Ashdown, and right now that game's tied at 7-7. The last score we had, that game in the second quarter. Heber Springs leading Batesville Southside, 8-7. These are 4A scores. Joe T. Robinson all over Bauxite, 35-3. Central Arkansas Christian, 20. Lone Oak, 13. Dumas leading DeWitt 7-0 at the half. Shiloh Christian, the number one team in the state, trailing Elkins 21-0. What's a surprise in the second quarter? Nashville over Haskell Harmony Grove 21-0. It's Jonesboro Westside trailing Pocahontas 21-7. Staying in the 4A, Malvern trailing Fountain Lake 9-7. And Dardanelle and Mena are all tied at 13 apiece. Pottsville and Ozark 40-0 over Pottsville at the half. How about this? Star City up on West Helena 21-0. That game in the second quarter. It's Stuttgart leading Little Rock Mills 14-0. And now dropping down into 3A, you've got Prescott 56-0 over Bismarck. They're the number one team in 3A at the moment. Boonville 43, Atkins 8. Glen Rose leading Center Point 7-0. Camden Harmony Grove up on Horatio 55-0 at the half. It's Jessaville leading Falk 28-7. McGee, they're celebrating homecoming over there. You can listen to that ball game on KXSA 103.1. 47-0 at half. Monticello all over Barton at homecoming there for the Owls. See some other scores from Hazen leading England 14-0, and then you drop into 2A. You got Foreman over Lafayette County 30-0. That game at halftime. Yellville Summit trailing Magazine 35-0. And who else did I miss? Dirks leading Murfreesboro 30-0. David, look at some of those scores. Well, McGee having a big night.
Yeah.
Barton's really struggled on the season. 47-0. McGee leading at the half over there. Star City was leading 21-0 over Helena. And Warren and Monticello, of course, Crossett and Hamburg did not play tonight in the 8-4A. We're at halftime here at 6-6. Warren and Monticello all tied here in a rain-soaked Hyatt Field. the Union Bank Saline River Shootout, playing for that big trophy tonight. We'll come back. David's got to look at some of the numbers for you here in the first half when we return after this timeout.
Law has spent the last decade protecting our way of life. The right to bear arms, protecting the unborn, supporting our first responders, advocating economic development. Jeff Wardlaw, a man of faith, family, and business. Re-elect Jeff Wardlaw, state representative. He knows and shares our values.
Paid for by committee to elect Jeff Wardlaw for state representative.
Hello, Carl Lucky for Lucky's in Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits have changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the order now button. Well, guess what? At autobuylucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At autobuylucky.com, new you see all the pictures and equipment. Oh yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at autobuylucky.com.
Hey, deer hunters, how would you like to be the envy of the hunting club? If so, let Union Bank help you drive for $365. This is Randy Rawls of Union Bank, and I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 3.91% on a new or used ATV for this hunting season. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for $365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with an APR of 3.91%. See loan officer for details.
Back here at
James Select Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Select Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Select Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-313.
Back here at Hyatt Field in Monticello, 6-6 our score. Monticello and Warren all tied. Just to recount the scoring for you, Monticello took the opening kickoff and went 86 yards. Took them, I believe, 16 plays, but took over 6 minutes of the first quarter. I think the point conversion was no good. They led almost the entire first half. Warren finally got on the scoreboard with less than 2 minutes to go before halftime after a shank punt by the Billies. Warren took over at the Billy 40-yard line, and it took them 4 plays to go 40 yards. Cedric Calvert finds the end zone. The point after attempt was blocked, and we stand at 6-6 here at halftime. Monticello and Warren all tied. David, I know you're going to tell me about the numbers here in the first half, but I got to say Monticello dominated the first half.
Be careful, my friend.
Okay.
Warren rushes for 113 yards. They're led by Marshall. He had 10 carries, 85 yards. Lee, 3 for 30. Calvert, 2 for 0. And Laster, 3 for -2. Laster was 4 of 7 for 54 yards and a touchdown. Warren rushes for 113, throws for 54, 167 yards total offense in the first half for the Lumberjacks.
No. In the second quarter. We had 0 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah. But, I mean, we had 167 yards for the half.
I was going to throw you off there.
25 plays. We ran 25 plays, used 10 minutes and 37 seconds. Monticello led in rushing by the quarterback Smith. 5 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. Smith was 4 of 7, 73 yards through 1 interception. Monticello, 69 yards rushing, 73 yards passing, 142 yards total offense. They ran 24 plays and had the football 13 minutes and 23 seconds. Warren penalized 8 times for 50 yards. Monticello penalized 8 times for 75 yards. And we got to throw in, there was more penalties than that because 3 times we had offsetting personal fouls.
But I think emotions are high in this game. I mean, the team's really pumped up. Crowd for Warren is here. I mean, the fans have really come out in the rain. Monticello doesn't have very many over in the first half.
And both teams had the football 5 times.
you go back and look at it, Warren's defense, after giving up that opening drive,
then shut everything down.
They have slowed Monticello down, and hopefully they can continue to do that. Warren will get the football to start the second half as they won the opening toss, deferred to the second half. Warren started seeing some success finally in the second quarter, I believe on their third possession when they finally started moving the football, but it was late in the half before they found the end zone to tie the ball game at 6-6. The point after attempt was no good, and that's where we stand here at halftime, 6-6.
To put it in a little more perspective, I was doing a little more adding while you were talking. For the second quarter, okay, let me revert further than that. At the end of the first quarter, Monticello had 125 yards total offense. Warren had 0. The second quarter, Warren has 167 yards offense, and Monticello had 17.
So defense did show up.
Right.
That's what you're trying to say.
It flip-flopped.
Okay. We'll see who comes out and plays in the third
quarter.
Both teams are starting to make their way out. I think they are. Monticello has out of the dressing room. Warren will be coming out shortly. Hey, don't forget our friends at American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. Again, if you're in the logging business, the trucking business, heavy equipment, you need to know these numbers, 1-800-444-5977. That's direct to their shop in North Little Rock at 2101 East Broadway. Or you need to know Michael Adair's number. He's a local guy from right here in Warren. He travels all over the state delivering parts, picking up parts, and carrying them back to you. 820-2028 is Michael's number. So give him a call. The next time you're broke down, they can get you back on the road, in the woods, or back on the job quicker than anybody else. They fix big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches, and they can fix them all. They've been doing it for over 50 years. That's American Shifty Corporation. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of the second half. We're all tied 6-6 here at Hyatt Field in Monticello. We'll be back after this timeout.
Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson's. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feeds at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
Cruz Purrier has the experience, knowledge, and integrity needed to serve as Circuit Judge, Division 1. He's a knowledgeable deputy prosecutor, formal legal counsel for the Chico County Court, a fifth generation family in Deshae County. Cruz Purrier understands the importance of being fair and impartial.
I'm Cruz Purrier. I ask for your vote for Circuit Judge, Division 1.
Political ad paid for by Committee to Elect Cruz Purrier.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Be a star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402 for dependable auto body repair work. Give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Back here at halftime, both teams have made their way back out. David, Warren will get the football to start the third quarter. What do you expect Coach Embry to do? The rain's still coming down.
Rain's still coming down. Warren going to get the football. I suspect Warren is going to work towards what they did against Dumas.
Run the football.
Run the football and got to get the offensive line going.
All right, we've got Tayshawn Johnson back here as a up back. You got Traylon Marshall back deep. Cedric Calvert's on the other side. Warren's going to be moving from right to left here in the third quarter. We want to thank you for joining us on our broadcast tonight here on K-Country and online through the East Lab, streaming the ball game for you. And appreciate you watching and listening. Support our sponsors. Marshall's going to come up and field the ball at the 25. Hits the sideline at the 30. Has his feet cut out from under him at the 40-yard line and coming up to make a great open field tackle. That's Riley Williams. Boy,
yes.
he took the legs out from underneath Traylon Marshall.
He did. That was something.
Now mark it at the 41. Warren will have it 1st and 10, so pretty good field position to start this first drive of the second half. Again, Warren and Monticello all tied 6-6 after the first half play. Maddox Lassiter, your quarterback. Jared Payne and Jakari Lee out wide right. Peyton Bird split wide left. Ball on the left hash mark. Marshall's your lone setback in the backfield. As Coach Embry changes the play now at the line of scrimmage, Monticello stays in a 4-man front defensively. Hand off to Marshall. Marshall breaks through the line. He's at midfield, the 45. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Going to be all the way down to the Monticello 37-yard line. Good blocking on that left offensive side of the line by the Lumberjacks here in that first possession, the first drive. Opened up just a small seam for Marshall to run through. So he got through. He was on his way. Marshall's going to come out of the ball game. He's limping a little bit. Cedric Calbert's going to check into the game at running back. They'll let Marshall get off the field. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks now at the Monticello 38-yard line. Coach Embry looking over the defense, calls a play. Lassiter calls for the ball, wanting to throw it, looking over the middle for Bird, has him complete inside the 25. He'll fall down at the 23-yard line. Just a skinny post pattern from out of Bird, and Maddox Lassiter delivers it right on the money. So 2 plays, 2 first downs. Lumberjacks have covered some ground. They're now 1st and 10 at the 23 of Monticello. Lee comes in motion. Jakari. They fake it to him. Falls on the ground. Calvert has to turn around and fall back on it. I don't think Calvert was expecting to get the football.
No.
He was running the dime play up the middle. He thought Jakari was going to get it on the reverse, but it just laid there on the ground. Loss is going to be a loss of 5 on the play. So we'll mark it back at the 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 15 now for Warren. Ball stays on the left hash mark. Lassiter looking again.
Whoa.
Ball slipped out of his hands. That ball is wet. That thing looked like a dead quail going down through there.
I've seen knuckleballs that had more movement on it than that football did.
It slipped out of his hands. You know, the rain coming down, you can imagine how hard it is to hold on to the football.
There was a man, Peyton was wide open, Peyton Bird was, but it just came out of Lassiter's hand.
3rd and 15. Lassiter straight drop screen over the middle. Calvert sidesteps one tackler, but he can't avoid the second one.
Going to get a yard maybe?
No, about 4. It was at the 33. No, you're right. About a yard. You're right. All right. So it's going to bring up 4th down and long. 4th and about 13 for the Lumberjacks. They'll spot it down at the 30. I make it to 27. 27. 4th down and long for the Lumberjacks. 6-6 our score. At the Monticello 27-yard line. Jakari Lee goes in motion. Fake it to him. Looking over the middle. Throws in a crowd. Picked off and returned. Back to the 30. 40. Bumped out of bounds. At the 43-yard line, making the interception. That's going to be Riley Williams for the Billies. The 2nd turnover of the night against the Lumberjacks. And Riley Williams just stepped right in front of Jared Payne, who was the intended receiver, and made the catch and the interception. So Warren, after picking up a couple of first downs, moving it inside Billy territory, self-destructs.
A great job. When Marshall went out of the football game, he took the offense with him, evidently.
Monticello will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. 9:41 to play. 3rd quarter. We're all tied 6-6. They'll go with twin receivers wide left. Out of the single wing. Smith takes the snap, hands it off to Kean Smith. Smith trying to get to the edge. Great play by Cedric Calvert. Took a defender with him, a blocker, and makes the tackle for a loss. Back at the 39, make it the 40-yard line where the mark is forward progress.
Took a little of the fire out, didn't it?
Yeah, after the interception. And apparently there's a flag on the play against Monticello. The loss is back to the 40. They're going to mark off a 10-yard penalty holding against Monticello. So that's going to mark it all the way back to the 30-yard line. It'll remain first down.
Their ninth penalty. What did we say that was for?
Yards.
95 yards
95.
now.
First and 24 for the Billies. Back at their own 30-yard line. The rain gets harder. Warren stays in a four-man front defensively. Smith hands it off, comes right side at Dion. Jet reaps there to make the stop on him at the 32. So it'll be a gain of 2 on the play and bring up second down and 22 now for Monticello. There's where your defensive end have to remain at home, and that's what he did.
They cannot leave.
When everybody in the backfield spins and moves, you fake to 2 guys and hand off to the third one. Somebody's got to stay at home, and Reap did a good job there.
Yes, he did.
Second and 22 from Monticello. They'll send Nick Smith wide to the right. He's the only wide out. Strand Smith bobbled the snap, picks it up. He's hit it to 30, breaks the tackle, runs over Tayshawn Johnson out to 35, and will carry him all the way out to the 39. There's flags after the play, and that's going to gravity.
That's going to go solely against Warren, I think.
It was Andrew Hemphill and one of the linemen for Monticello who were tied up there. Let's see how they call it.
The thing you've got to remember is retaliation is what gets caught. It don't matter who starts it, it's who joins in.
Personal foul against Monticello, personal foul against Warren.
They're going to offset.
That makes about the 5th time we've seen offsetting penalties.
Fourth.
Okay. I knew I kept you around to keep numbers straight. 6-6 our score. We're all tied.
They're going to mark it at the original line of scrimmage,
which will be the 35-yard line. So it'll be second down.
Down.
And they need to get to the 46 of Warren.
Down should remain the same.
So it's second and 19. So 3 yards out of that.
Yeah.
All right. Second and 19. 6-6 our score. We're all tied. Monticello came up with the interception a moment ago. Started at the Warren 40, at their own 44. They're now second and 19 from their own 35. Smith wanting to throw. Straight drop. Warren got pressure on him. He comes out of the pocket running. He's at the 40. Hemphill giving chase. He's going to bump him out of bounds up near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the first down. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 now for Monticello. But Warren had the coverage down the field. Strand Smith, the quarterback, had nowhere to go with.
No.
The pocket collapsed. Smith broke a tackle there in the pocket and was able to pick up
the pocket is collapsing to the middle of the field. That's where your defensive ends are not rushing from the outside. They're letting the tackle suck them in.
3rd down and 4 for Monticello from midfield. Their first possession of the third quarter. 7:59 to play, third period. Strand Smith, the quarterback, they direct snap it. That's number 5. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Swift can't go anywhere, and he's actually going to lose a yard back at the 49-yard line. You got Hunter White, Jalen Lee. I see you getting up off the bottom of the pile. There's Stone Gorman, who came in late. Xander Hemphill's in on the stop as well. So Warren does a good job. They call it no gain on the play, David. They'll mark it right at midfield again, and it's 4th down now for the Billies.
They're going to have to punt.
Ball game tied 6-6. You got to play field position.
And you just seen Coach Hembry look out there and shake his hand. No, we're not having got any return on. We're going to make sure they punt football.
The punter is back. He'll stand at his own 37-yard line to get the snap. Gets a good low snap. He shanked the last 2 punts. This time he gets a nice one off. This one's going to hit at the 7, take a Warren bounce back to about the 9, and that's where Monticello will down it. So Warren going to start deep in their own territory for their second time tonight here in their second possession of the third quarter with 7 minutes left to play. We're all tied 6-6. Now, David, if Warren hadn't self-destructed the last possession and turned the ball over, we'd be looking at a different ball game.
Yes.
We'll see who our running back is. It's going to be Cedric Calvert. He'll stay in the ball game. Marshall looked like he made this possession, stuff in the middle. They got some big guys up there.
Yeah. That is a big defensive line.
3rd and long for the Lumberjacks. Ball on their own 13-yard line. Coach Embry calling the play from the sideline. Lassiter wanted to throw, looking left, throws it complete to Bird, sidesteps one tackler. He's got the first down out over the 20 to the 21-yard line, and Peyton Bird coming up huge there on 3rd down and 6 with a nice catch and a nice run after the catch to pick up the first down. They'll mark it at the Lumberjack 21-yard line, move the chains, 1st and 10. 5:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, we're all tied 6-6, and the rain continues to come down. Lassiter hands off to Calvert again. Calvert tripped up there at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward out to about the 23. So it'll be a gain of 2 on the play. And Warren will look at 2nd down and 8 from their own 23-yard line. Ball's on the left hash mark. Warren moving from right to left on your radio dial. Pass wide to the right. That'll be Jakari Lee and Jared Payne. Flat low snap goes all the way back to the 10. Lassiter will fall on it all the way back at the 8-yard line. Wow. 3rd time tonight we've seen Warren have a bad exchange on the snap. And all have resulted in losses of 10 to 20 yards.
13-yard loss on that one.
So it'll be 3rd down and a while. 3rd and 23. 3rd and long. Lassiter takes the snap, straight drop, dumps it in the flat. Going to be incomplete off the fingertips of Cedric Calvert.
And he had a little bit of room. I'm not saying he was going to go a long ways, but he got you out of the shadow of the goalpost.
So Warren will punt it away from their own 8-yard line as Xander Hemphill will come on. And Warren struggled this year on the punting unit. We've had a couple of punts blocked this season. Hemphill will be standing about 3 yards deep in his own end zone when he awaits the snap. Back to return is Riley Williams. He'll be standing at the Warren 40 awaiting the punt. Hemphill gets a low snap. He feels it. Gets off a wobbly end-over-end kick. Goes off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the 27-yard. Goes out. Monticello Road back at the 25-yard line. Oh, wow. So a 17-yard punt. And Monticello is sitting in good shape. All tied at 6-6. Monticello with a short field to work with will have it 1st and 10 at the Lumberjack 25-yard line. 4:19 to play in the third quarter. And there's where the field position came into play, didn't it?
Didn't it?
Monticello will come from the sideline out to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the left hash mark. They go in the single wing. Go with a bunch set to the right. That'll be the wide side. Smith, direct snap. Going to come back to Keon Smith. Warren stretches it out. Jakari Lee's going to come up and knock him down. Back at the 28. Going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Jakari comes up a little limp. He's going to stay in the ball game, it looks like. That was Keon Smith on the carry. It'll be a loss of 3. Bring up 2nd down and 13.
The weather is really beginning to play a factor in this football game.
Yeah, we've seen that. 2nd down, 13 for the Billies. Ball spotted at the Warren 28-yard line. 3:40 left to play in the third quarter. We're tied 6-6. Strand Smith, your quarterback for the Billies. Rolls, now wanting to throw. Looking, going down the right sideline. Has a man, going to be incomplete down at the 10-yard line. Pass was intended down there. That was a wheel route out of one of the H-backs. Cade Pygott.
And let me tell you, that was Jet Reap who tattooed Smith as he let go of the football.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 13 now for Monticello from the Warren 28-yard line. The clock is stopped with 3:26 remaining here in the third. We're all tied 6-6. All our scoring came in the first half. Monticello scored first to lead 6-0. 2-point conversion was no good. Warren scored late in the half. The extra point was blocked. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. They're in 4-down territory at the Lumberjack 28-yard line.
I think you got to watch your quarterback just running the football.
Here's Strand Smith rolling to his left, wanting to throw. Looking. Now he's going to turn it up. Breaks the tackle at the 25. Carries it inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, but it'll bring up a 4th down and 2. So a gain of 11 on the play. If they mark the football, they mark it at the 12. The 17. Ball's at the 17. Need to get to the 15 for the first down. So 4th and 2 for the Billies at the Warren 17-yard line. Warren's front 4. Step up.
I'd still expect to see Smith with the football. He's the most punishing runner they have.
Strand Smith, your quarterback for the Billies. Now the Billies are going to call a timeout with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. 6-6 our score. Monticello with the ball at the Lumberjack 17. We're back in just a moment.
Senator Eddie Cheatham is well known for his integrity, honesty, hard work, and knowledge. Senator Cheatham has been a strong voice for Southeast Arkansas, representing us at the state capitol. He is a former respected educator and is married with 2 children and 6 grandchildren. We need to keep Senator Eddie Cheatham working for us. He shares our values of faith, family, and community.
Paid for by the Cheatham campaign.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
It's 4th down and 2 for Monticello at the Warren 17. We're all tied 6-6. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Monticello called the timeout. Now they're at the line of scrimmage. Direct snap to Keon Smith. Left side. He's got the first down as he bumped out of bounds inside the 15 all the way down at the 11-yard line. Got to move the chains, and they can pick up a first down inside the 1. They just overloaded the left side of that line and had more blockers out there than Warren had defenders, and were able to pick up the first down. So mark it at the 11, 1st and 10, Billies. They'll overload the right side now offensively. Smith, direct snap to Keon, handed off that Stewart. Stewart goes inside the 10 down to the 9, and Trenton Stewart.
Not a lot there.
Going to gain a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Jalen Lee checks into the ball game. Stone Gorman comes out. It'll be 2nd down and 8. How about 2nd down and 7? They're marking down at the 8-yard line. So a gain of 3 on that last play. Again, they line up in that single wing. 2 H-backs, 1 wide out. Direct snap again to Keon Smith. Keon turning the corner at the 5, headed for the pylon. And it's a touchdown, Billies. From 8 yards out, Keon Smith. He just barely gets in. He knocked the pylon down when he went across the goal line. But Monticello has taken a 12-6 lead, and we'll see them go for 2 here with 1:44 left to play here in the third quarter. So Warren's offense now is going to have to find some kind of momentum. As the Billies get set to go for 2, they'll huddle up. Strand Smith, the quarterback, will call the play, and he'll leave Keon in the backfield with him. Go with 2 wideouts on the 2-point conversion. They direct snap again to Keon. Same play almost. He cuts it up inside, and
he's not going to get there.
He's not going to make it. The 2-point conversion is no good. So Warren, a touchdown and an extra point from taking the lead. It's 12-6. Monticello leads it with 1:44 to play in the third. We're back at Hyatt Field in just a moment.
Here's our 2 laws of economics. Think locally and act locally too. Shop and invest close to home. As a community bank, we offer all the services the big guys do. But with us, your money stays home and goes to work for all of us. You care about your community. We know where you're coming from. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
12-6. Monticello will kick it off. It'll hit the ground. Warren still hadn't picked it up. Finally do. That's Tayshawn Johnson. He couldn't find a handle on it. It was like a greased pig trying to get a hold of it there. And it's a wet football, but he finally falls on it at the 31-yard line, and that's where Warren will start, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. I think it's the 30-yard line. Trailing 12-6. Lumberjacks offense has got to get something going. 1:39 left to play in the third period. Rain continues to fall down. Lassiter puts Jakari Lee in motion. Going to hand it off. Jakari coming to the near sideline, the Warren sideline. Cuts it up. He breaks the tackle at the 40. Down the sideline at the Monticello 30, and he's finally bumped out of bounds. Way inside Monticello territory. There's a flag on the sideline, and that's going to be tacked on at the end of the run.
Yes.
I believe one of the Monticello players said something to the official coming down the sideline. We'll wait and see what it's all about. No, Monticello's pointing that it's against Warren. As we'll see what it's all about as they sort it out.
It was a 43-yard pickup.
Jakari Lee ran it. And Monticello keeps pointing. It's against Warren. Warren's walking backwards. So we're going to wait and see what the officials had to say. I guess there was 2 flags on the play because he threw his hat.
Yeah.
Personal foul against Warren. Personal foul against Monticello. Offsetting, we'll come back and redo it. Can you believe this? That many offsetting penalties?
What is surprising me out of all of this is not the offsetting penalties like that, but nothing happened until the play ended. We're not getting dead ball fouls. No. They're calling everything live.
So they're going to come back to the line of scrimmage, the original line. They're marking it off against Monticello. All right.
Okay.
And now they're going to give it to Warren. I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. Holding against Warren. There's the first call.
First penalty. Dead ball. Okay, there was your dead ball foul after that.
All right.
So okay, now that makes sense. Yes.
Warren will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45. Nullify the run and a bad snap. Goes through Laster's hands. He has to fall on it back at the 34-yard line. Man, oh, man. A loss of 9 on the play. Make it 11 on the play. Loss of 11. But, yeah, it was a holding against Warren and then a dead ball personal foul against Monticello. So
I really hate to be necessarily the one that brings this up. In the first half, each team had the football 5 times. This is Warren's 3rd possession.
Yeah, we have not scored. Under a minute left to play in the 3rd. Lassiter wanting to throw blitz coming. Tries to get rid of it and does to Jakari Lee. He's hemmed up here on the sideline. He's going to step out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage, the 34, just shy of the 35. So a short gain of a yard on the play for Jakari. Monticello had the blitz coming. And Warren's going to be looking at 3rd down and long now from their own 34-yard line, 34 and a half. 3rd and a while. 12-6. Monticello with a 6-point lead. Traylon Marshall's back into the ball game, so that's good to see. He's back at running back. On 3rd and long, Lassiter looking left, throws into the sideline, goes over the hands of Jet Reap. been well short of the first down, even if he caught
yeah. And you tell that ball is wet. Did you see that thing flutter again?
It slipped out of Lassiter's hands and then right through
Jet
Reeves' hands. So Warren's going to have to punt it for the second time here in the third quarter with 44 seconds remaining. Here in the quarter, Monticello leading 12-6. Hemphill goes back to punt. And again, that is Pygott back deep for Monticello. Riley make it. High, wobbly kick. Monticello's going to let it hit. It'll take a Warren rolls. It hits it to 33. Bounds inside the 25 to the 20, all the way down to the 17-yard line. So Warren does swap into the field with the Billies. They'll put them back inside their own 20 with 31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Monticello leading 12-6.
A 48-yard punt by Hemphill.
And, we thought the rain would at least be over with by halftime. It hadn't let up.
No.
Monticello will have it first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now the football game's on your defense. They've got to come up with a stop and fairly quick.
And give you some possession time. Huh?
Yeah.
A position, field position. Strand Smith out of the quarterback spot for the Billies. Single wing, takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Goes over the left side. He's out over the 20. He'll fall forward up to about the 23-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the play by your quarterback from Monticello. It'll bring up second down and 4. Make it second down and 3. They give him a gain of 7 on the play.
Right now, Warren unable to stop the Monticello running game.
Monticello's going to let time expire here at the end of the third. 12-6, the Billies over the Lumberjacks here at Hyatt Field. The Saline River Shootout, sponsored by Union Bank. We're back with the fourth quarter for you in just a moment.
Monticello and sister companies, Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren, are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring and wishing them the best.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve you. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices and inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away and get what you always want. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robertautomotive.com.
As we get set to start the final 12 minutes of football here at Hyatt Field, it's 12-6. Monticello has a 6-point lead. Billy's football, second down and 4 at their own 23-yard line. And Warren defense needs to make a stop. Out of the shotgun, Strand Smith, the quarterback for the Billies. Stay in the single wing. This time a direct snap to Keon Smith. Warren strings it out. He turns the corner out over the 30, 35. Going to be bumped out of bounds beyond the 40, out at the 43-yard line. Keon Smith, and that's just a student body to the right, and he files in behind his blockers. Looked like Warren had it strung out pretty good.
Yeah.
But they couldn't stop him. They'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for the Billies out at their own 42.5.
You got to have a big play by your defense. Of course, to be perfectly honest, if Monticello scores this time, it's over.
First and 10 for Monticello at their own 42.5. Ball in the right hash mark. Monticello moving from right to left here in a driving rain. Spin move by the quarterback. He gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Smith not going anywhere there.
There's what we needed.
They give him a gain of about a yard out to about the 44. You had Big Hunter White and Jet Reap and Villarreal all in on the stop for the Lumberjacks. We'll call it second down and a long 8. Second and 9. Monticello going to use all the play clock. point lead. They want that title position. Keep it in their hands. On 2nd down and 9, Smith again out of the shotgun. Warren with 8 up in the box. Direct snap, Keon Smith. Right side. He's across the 45 to the 46, and that's all. A gain of 2 on the play.
Now the Warren defense finally reacting.
Yeah, Jalen Lee and Jakari Lee coming up to make the stop there. So this will be a 3rd down and long now for Monticello from their own 46-yard line. A 3rd down and 6 for the Billies.
And you got to expect Smith, the quarterback Strand Smith, to end up with the football.
Warren's crowd trying to raise up, making some noise for the defense. On 3rd down and 6 from their own 46. Smith, straight drop, looking over the field, has it all day, fires into the flat, it's caught, and he's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Great play by none other than Xander Hemphill. The linebacker covering the back out of the backfield. That's the matchup they wanted, the linebacker on a running back. But Xander Hemphill was right there to make the hit on him for no gain, and Monticello's going to have to punt it away. Well, David, Warren gets the stop they needed out of the defense. They trail 12-6. Monticello will send their punting unit back out on the field.
Thing is, he's punting with a win now.
Jakari Lee will go back deep for the Lumberjacks. Hopefully for some kind of a return. Rain continues to come down. Kicked it away from Lee. It'll head toward the sideline. Hit it to 30. Go out of bounds inside the 25. Down at the 23-yard line. No chance at a return. And the Lumberjacks down by 6. Will have the football at their own 23.5, make it the 24-yard line with 9:41 left to play here in the 4th quarter. But Warren needs to get some points on the board this trip down the field.
Yeah, we got to make something happen this time.
Maddox Lassiter, the quarterback. Traylon Marshall's back in at running back. Warren goes with a twin tight set. Handoff goes to Traylon Marshall over the left side. He's out over the 25. He'll get it to about the 27, almost the 28-yard line. They do mark him at the 28. Warren going to quick up. Got to speed the game up some. Warren wanting to throw it. Sneak a man in. That's Jared Payne. Payne down the right sideline. Complete at the 40. Cuts back to the 35. Going to be at the 30. The 25. Dives to the 20-yard line. And David, that was a trick play.
Yeah, that was a trick play.
Warren snuck in Jared Payne from the sideline. No one was out there on him. If the ball hadn't been wet and slipped out of
it was
Lassiter's
a touchdown
hand,
without a wet football.
Yeah. But Warren will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of Monticello.
Was that Payne, wasn't it?
That was Jared Payne on the catch. Quickly, Warren back up to the line of scrimmage. Lassiter hands off to Marshall. Marshall, he's hit at the line. He'll fall forward to about the 18, almost the 19, almost the 18-yard line. Tough going inside there for Traylon Marshall. They mark it at the 19, so a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 now for the Lumberjacks. Monticello leading 12-6. 8:45 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Play clock is down to 16. Warren finally comes up to the line of scrimmage. Lassiter again, out of the gun. Gets the snap, looks left, throws back right to Marshall. Marshall got a block. He's at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Traylon Marshall from 19 yards out. And David, I didn't see who laid the block out there that sprung him.
Well, looked like 72 out there.
But the Lumberjacks go up for 19 yards. They have tied the ball game at 12-12, and the point after attempt coming.
Who caught that?
Traylon Marshall. Barnes does the holding. Clay Barnes, your kicker, Jesse DeLeon. And we await the snap. Monticello blocked the first one. High snap.
No
Gets
good.
it down. It's no good. Low and wide left. We're tied at 12-12 with 8:23 to play in the 4th quarter. We're back after this.
to be your circuit judge. He has the knowledge and experience voters in Southeast Arkansas deserve. James is a seasoned professional with more than 30 years experience in Arkansas law.
Hi, this is James Hamilton. My extensive experience in Arkansas law has more than prepared me for this opportunity. I promise to be honest, fair, and to apply the law equally to all who appear before the court.
Vote for experience on November 3rd. Vote James Hamilton for circuit judge. Paid for by James A. Hamilton for circuit judge.
Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust.
We're tied at 12-12. It's a new ball game. 8:23 left to play in the ball game. Warren will get set to kick it off. David Warren used a trick play to set up that score.
They had to use the trick play, but it worked to perfection.
Now the wind's starting to blow. It's been raining all night, still raining.
The wind is blowing against the kickoff.
Against the Lumberjacks. Warren will be going, it's out of the north here at Hyatt Field. Warren?
I'd be tempted to tell him to squib it down the middle of the football field.
12-12 our score. Warren's missed 2 extra points. Monticello's gone for 2 twice and unsuccessful on both 2-point conversions. We'll kick it deep toward the sideline, and this one's going to hit and go out of bounds, so Monticello will have the football up at the 35-yard line unless they make Warren re-kick.
I'd be tempted to make Warren re-kick, but Monticello would rather have the football.
So Monticello will take over after the penalties marked off at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Monticello has 2 timeouts remaining. Remember, they burned one back in the third quarter. Warren has all 3 timeouts. It's a tie ball game, 12-12. The Saline River shootout here. These 2 teams have played their hearts out here tonight.
Yes, they have.
Snap to Keon. Try to get it outside. Out. Can't hold on to him. He'll cross the 30.
But
and get it back to about the line of scrimmage is all.
Actually, a loss of 1.
You're right. That was Calvert that stretched it out.
Yeah, although Calvert doesn't get credit for that tackle, Cedric Calvert's the one that made that play happen.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 now for the Billies. Ball spotted back at their own 34-yard line. They'll send twin wide outs, wide to the left. That'll be the wide side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. 1 receiver into the boundary. Handoff. Goes over the right side. That's the
got
big
a lot
flag.
Of room,
flag
but
comes
we got a
in.
flag down.
Out over the 40 and bumped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The flag is back at the 31. Holding. Going to be against the Billies. So bring it all back. It'll remain 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd down in a while. That's a spot foul from the 31. They'll mark it all the way back to the 21-yard line. They need to get all the way to the 45 for a 1st down.
That is going to be the 11th penalty for Monticello for 110 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 24. Now for Monticello. Ball spotted back at their own 21-yard line. We got 7:34 left to play in the game. We're all tied at 12-12. On 2nd and 24. Monticello. Smith wanting to throw. Blitz coming. Calvert missed him. They've got him hemmed up, and they're going to sack him back at the 20-yard line. Calvert came on a blitz. Let me see who all you got. You got Jet Reap, your 2 ends, Weston Embry. Then Villarreal cleaned it up. Hunter White, that whole interior line for the Lumberjacks finally got there.
But let's give Cedric Calvert his credit. He forced him to step up into trouble.
So it'll be 3rd down and 26, a loss of 2 on that play. Ball spotted back at the 19-yard line. 3rd obvious passing situation for the Billies. On 3rd and long, Smith straight drops. Strand looking, wanting to go deep. Down the right, has a man in
Somebody
double
got to turn
coverage.
around.
And nobody turned around, intended for Jalen Green. You had Jalen Lee there and Jakari Lee in coverage. Jalen Green had gotten behind him. The ball was underthrown, but good for them. It was underthrown.
Yes. Just heard somebody say, and I agree with it. Had one of them turned around, it was an interception.
So Monticello will look at 4th down and 26 from their own 19-yard line. Warren should get the ball back with 6.5 minutes to go. We're all tied, 12-12. Jakari Lee is going to stand near midfield to await the punt. A good snap, no pressure on. Warren's going to set up the return. A low line drive is going to hit, and Warren will let it bounce. It'll hit at the 45, take a Billy roll inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line of the Warren. So Warren will start 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. With 6:18 remaining, all tied.
A big drive.
Monticello.
This is one of those times you would love to see Warren be able to just run the football and the time.
All right, handoff. Traylon Marshall across the 40, 45, midfield. Sidesteps a tackler at the 40 and going to be brought down at the Monticello 35-yard line.
Or if Warren wanted to, they could just run it all off at one time.
Traylon Marshall, his longest run from scrimmage tonight, puts the ball at the Monticello 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Lumberjacks.
He's well over 100 yards right now.
He'll line up in the pistol formation. I'll hand off to him again. Right side. He's got a little room. Sidesteps one at the 30. Going to be down to the 29-yard line. As Traylon. Warren on the first possession of the second half was moving the football till he went out of the ball game.
Right.
He worked out whatever his problem was, either an ankle or a knee that he tweaked. And now the Lumberjacks looking at 2nd down and 3, a gain of 7 on that last play. 2nd and 3. This time Lassiter going to keep it himself. Lassiter running right side, got the first down inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line. A flag comes in after the play, and that's going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Monticello Billies. That play was well over with, and the official threw the flag right there at the 20-yard line. 5:27 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We're all tied 12-12. 4 teams came into tonight tied for first place in the 8-4A. It was Warren, Monticello, Dumas, and Star City.
Right now, you've got to have a big word, composure, if you're the Lumberjacks.
Yeah. White Hat's talking about it. The flag was at the 20-yard line. It was a dead ball.
It's a dead ball foul.
So we picked up the first down to start with. As Lassiter carried it. What he carried, 8 yards for a first down.
9 yards. 9. And that's a 10-yard penalty.
They mark it half the distance to the goal.
Let's see what I've yet to see a call.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Lumberjacks from the 10-yard line. With 5:27 to play here in the 4th quarter, we're all tied 12-12. Lassiter out of the gun. Marshall, the lone setback. Leave it with Marshall. Right side. He's caught from behind and brought down at the 9. The ball comes loose.
But
the officials are saying it's down. Lucky break for the Lumberjacks.
Yes.
A gain of 1 on that play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9 now for the Lumberjacks. Coach Embry again signaling the play in. Tayshawn Johnson checks in. Jakari Lee comes out. Put Reap in motion to the wide side. Direct snap to Peyton.
There's nothing
Bird.
there.
He tries to make something out of nothing. He'll get it to about the 7-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Warren put all the motion going to the wide side. Bird, who's in at quarterback, trying to run it back to the short side. Monticello's defense showing discipline by staying home. And they didn't go anywhere. So Warren looking at 3rd and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Warren looking at 2 plays to get 7 yards.
Into the end zone. 4:18 and counting. Coach Embry signaling the play in. Bird comes in tight. They go with a bunch set to the right. Now Coach Embry has to call a timeout. With 4:07 to play in the ball game, it's 12-12. We're all tied. We're back in just a moment.
Fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. Through Sunday, shop at Super Value Foods and save on your grocery bill during the Super Value Foods Weekend Blowout Sale. You'll find fresh head crisp lettuce just 98 cents each. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.38. 12-ounce brine hot dogs, 98 cents each. Ground beef, 10-pound roll, only $1.68 a pound. Family pack ground beef, $1.98 a pound. And whole beef briskets, $2.98 a pound. It's the Weekend Blowout Sale at Super Value Foods through Sunday.
As we come back, Warren took the timeout, lined up with Peyton Bird to take the direct snap, then shifted. And they put Lassiter back at quarterback. Monticello calls the timeout because they weren't ready for that shift by the Lumberjacks. And, David, I think Coach Embry's earning his keep tonight. He has really called some plays tonight.
He has.
Some different looks.
That Star City won tonight, 35-0.
Over West Helena. We're tied 12-12. Warren looking at 3rd down and goal from the 7. And we're all tied at 12 apiece here. With 4 minutes, 6 seconds left to play. In the ball game, Monticello used their second timeout, so they have 1 remaining. Warren still has 2 timeouts remaining. Don't forget to thank our sponsors once again for making our broadcast possible, all of them, along with Dr. Kerry Pennington, American Shifty Corporation, and all our other fine sponsors that help bring you Lumberjack football every Friday night. All right, Warren looking at 3rd down and goal from the 7. Lassiter at quarterback, takes the snap, throws it, it's going to be complete to Bird. He's double pass, and it's broken up, intended for Jet Reap. And coming through to make the play for the Billies. Wow, what a recovery. Number 23, that is Riley Williams. Warren tried to double pass. Threw it complete to Bird out at the 10. He tried to hit Reap, who came from his tight end spot. And Riley Williams for Monticello batted it down.
Now 4th down. This could be your football game.
4th and goal from the 7 for the Lumberjacks. Monticello defense, they'll go 4-man, 4 front, a 4-3. Put Jakari Lee in motion, handed off to him into the boundary, looking for something. He's at the 5. Jakari going to get it down to the 4, and the Lumberjacks didn't get in. Warren will turn it over on downs at the 4-yard line. The Monticello defense comes up huge with 3:52 remaining in the contest, and we're all tied 12-12.
Now, barring a turnover from Monticello, the best you can hope for is overtime.
Warren defense cannot let them score.
No.
And send this game into overtime. Or if they do score, let them score quick, and then you've got to score quick. In the old days, we would do that.
Yes.
All right.
But I think with the field position as it is, you're going after.
You're going after them. 1st and 10 Billies from their own 4-yard line. We're all tied 12-12. Strand Smith, the quarterback, a yard deep. Warren showing blitz. They run it. That's going to be Smith out over the 5, out near the 10-yard line, just shy of the 10. They mark him at the 9, so he'll gain 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 now for Monticello. Warren was sending the linebackers, and Smith just found and went right where they came from.
Yes.
So 2nd and 5 now for the Billies from their own 9. Down to 3:25 left to play in regulation. Direct snap, Keon Smith Jet sweep to the left. Warren's got him corralled. He'll get it to the 10, out to the 11-yard line. Jet reaps there. Also getting up off the bottom of the pile is Stone Gorman.
And we got a lumberjack down. I believe that's going to be Xander Hemphill.
He's a little slow in getting up. Coaches are going to walk out and check on him. 3:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 12-12, we are tied. As the Lumberjacks and the Billies shoot it out here in the Saline River Shootout. They're going to check on Xander Hemphill. While they do that, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Lumberjack football in a moment.
The best thing about your car. I mean, it's nice if it looks great and has plenty of power, but the best part is it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness. It's reliable transportation on the road to recovery. It's something to think about May 6th through the 12th as facilities across the country celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Jeff Wardlaw has spent the last decade protecting our way of life. The right to bear arms, protecting the unborn, supporting our first responders, advocating economic development. Jeff Wardlaw, a man of faith, family, and business. Re-elect Jeff Wardlaw, state representative. He knows and shares our values.
Paid for by committee to elect Jeff Wardlaw for state representative.
Okay, after the timeout, Xander Hemphill walked off the field under his own power. Monticello snapped the football. They do pick up the first down. That was a direct snap to Keon Smith. He carries it out over the 15, just beyond the 15. So they'll move the chains with 2:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. All tied 12-12. Monticello from their own 16-yard line. Strand Smith, the quarterback, calling for it. He's the quarterback draw. Warren's got him hemmed up. He breaks the tackle at the 20, and he'll get it out to the 21-yard line. Warren trying to strip the football and didn't.
Warren needs to worry with the tackle and right now.
They tried to strip him of the football, and he's a strong running back.
Because that's the kind of stuff that's going to get you beat right now. You tackle the ball player, worry with the other stuff later.
At the 24, a gain of 9 on the play. Second down and 1 for the Billies. Warren again puts 8 in the box. Direct snap, Keon Smith stringing it out, gets a seam. He's out over the 30, going to be hit at the 32, and finally run out of bounds, or slung out of bounds by Jalen Lee. Up at the 34-yard line. So they'll move the chains, and Monticello keeps it alive with 2:05 to go. They have one timeout left. We're all tied 12-12. Conference game cannot end in a tie. They will go into overtime if we finish regulation tied. They go punch set to the right.
Remember, this drive started at their 4-yard line.
Again, Keon Smith, direct snap, right side. It's sweep left, sweep right. Keon out over the 35, out close to the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4 now for Monticello. They hurry up. Back to the line of scrimmage. Warren trying to shuffle people in defensively. Again, Keon with a direct snap. Cuts it back against the grain. Breaks the tackle at the line to midfield. And going to be inside Lumberjack territory at the 49-yard line.
10-yard pickup.
Jalen Lee was holding on for everything he had with a shoestring. Monticello quickly back to the line. 1:35 left to play in the game. Direct snap, bobbles it. Keon picks it up. He's going to be dropped for a loss all the way back at the 42-yard line. That time the bobbled snap allowed Warren's defense to get through. Maddox Lassiter was there. A couple other Lumberjacks in on the stop. It's a loss. It's going to be all the way back to the 42-yard line. Clock continues to run. Looks like Monticello's playing for overtime, David, here at home with a 12-12. We're all tied. They haven't stopped the clock. They've got one timeout. Looking at second down and 18. Strand Smith, the quarterback. Empty backfield. Smith, straight drop. Looking downfield over the middle. Throws. It's going to be almost intercepted. Peyton Bird, sitting back there playing center field, stepped up right in front of the intended receiver, but couldn't hold on to it. Oh, my. 47 seconds will remain. Clock is stopped with the incomplete pass. Monticello looking at 3rd and 18 from their own 42-yard line. All tied 12-12. It was 6-6 at halftime. Monticello comes to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 18. Smith, play action, rolling to his right, looking to the sideline, throws. This one is going to be incomplete. Down at the 45-yard line of Warren. I thought Jakari Lee had a break on the ball.
He did, but unable. I don't think even had he caught the football, he was going to be out of bounds, I think.
All right, so it's 4th down now for Monticello and 18. 41 seconds remain. We're all tied 12-12. The rain has lightened up some. It's still drizzling rain. Jakari Lee's going to go back deep. He hadn't had a chance to return a punt tonight. He'll be standing at the Warren 30-yard line awaiting the punt. Warren will set up the return. It's a low snap. The punter finally picks it up. It's off a Billy. It's a low kick. Hits at the 40 and goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Did it go off a Billy or did
it's a Billy.
Jet Reed get a hand?
It's off a Billy. Hit him in the back. That is a 0-yard punt. It goes out at the 42. That's where they snapped it from. 32 seconds remain. The Lumberjacks are 42 yards out. All tied 12-12 here in regulation. Warren has 2 timeouts left.
And let's be honest, on a night like tonight, you're going to have to score a touchdown. Nothing's going to happen with the field goal.
Warren will come to the line of scrimmage. We're going to see Peyton Bird go back at quarterback. That's the way they'll line up to start with. Lassiter lines up at a tight end. Now they'll shift. Lassiter comes back.
Now we got a flag.
They're going to call the Lumberjacks
offsides.
Offside.
Nope.
No, Monticello offsides. Monticello lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, they did.
So that'll give them 5 yards closer. It'll be at the 37-yard line. 1st and 5 now for the Lumberjacks. 32 seconds remain here in regulation. We're all tied 12-12. Ball's on the left hash mark. Wind is picked up. Warren's going into the wind. Lassiter puts Jakari Lee in motion. Hands off to Jakari. Jakari with a line of blockers finds a hole. He's at the 30 to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Still on his feet at the 15 and pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Jakari Lee had a wall of blockers. He saw a small seam and puts the Lumberjacks within striking distance at the 15-yard line with 21 seconds remaining. The clock will stop as he got out of bounds. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the 15-yard line. Warren with 2 timeouts left. Peyton Birds puts wide left.
Got a whistle time.
He's going to call a timeout.
No, Monticello does.
They'll use their final timeout.
Monticello called that one.
We'll keep it right here. We don't want to miss any of the action. It's 12-12. 21 seconds remain in regulation here in the 4th quarter. Warren looking at 1st and 10 from the Monticello 15-yard line.
I think I would give the ball to Marshall right now. See what happens before I start throwing the football in this.
As the Lumberjacks and Monticello were tied 6-6 at half. The Biggies have led the entire ball game. Warren has had to come from behind and tie it up. Had a chance to take the lead with an extra point. Both of them have been blocked. Monticello's gone for the 2-point conversion twice tonight and has been unsuccessful. And now with 21 seconds remaining in regulation, it's 12-12. We're all tied. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Monticello for the Lumberjacks. Ball in the right hash mark. Bird and Jakari Lee split wide left. Jared Payne goes wide right. Jakari comes in motion. Play action. Bird wanting to throw. Complete to Jakari. Behind the line of scrimmage. He's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 16. There's a late flag, and it may be a face mask. There's a flag with 14 seconds remaining. Yep, face mask is going to be the call. I think it's going to be a 5-yard variety. The white hat goes over to signal things toward the home side. Face mask against Monticello, so it'll offset, and we'll replay the down. Oh, wow. That ran off 7 seconds.
Oh, 7 seconds.
14 seconds remain.
Okay, Bird's going way out. You got Jalen Green out there on him, man-to-man.
Lassiter out of the gun. Straight drop. Looking left, throwing back right. Overthrows Yakari Lee down at the 10-yard line. And that'll leave 6 seconds on the clock. That took 8 seconds to run that play. Warren's got one more shot at it, and it's going to be third down, and we're going to send on
the field goal
unit.
And we got number 31.
That's Jacinto. Brian Renezo. He'll come on. He's been on the injured list.
Yes.
This will be a 32-yard attempt from the right hash mark into the wind. Clay Barnes does the holding. Monticello has blocked 2 extra points earlier tonight. For the win. Snap is down. The kick's on its way. It's no good. Wide left and no good. With 1 second remaining, we're going to go into overtime, it looks like. Unless Monticello can return this kickoff.
What kickoff? They're going to get the football.
Oh, you're right. They get the football right there. That's right. No kickoff. They'll get it at the Lumberjack or at their own 20-yard line.
You got to admire the kid. He put it up. He got it up. It was just off. It was a tough kick.
All right, Monticello will have it with 1 second remaining. 12-12 our score. And if they don't have a trick play here that can pull it out.
Yeah, this is where you pull out your trick play for sure.
Coach Harvey over there giving instructions to his offense, and he'll send them out onto the field. 12-12. 1 second remaining. Monticello 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. See if they try to do something. Strand Smith, the quarterback. He'll send a wide out, wide left. They shift everybody around. Warren shifts defensively. Smith takes a snap, going to take a knee. Now,
motion.
Nope, delay a game against Monticello. A delay a game call. So no time went off the game clock. They'll back them up 5 yards, and if that's what they had planned for that final second, let's just snap the football, forget all the shifting. They'll line up again. Kind of in a safety formation, a victory formation.
I think he's just going to
take a knee. We're headed to overtime. 12-12 our score. Lumberjacks and the Billies all tied up here in the Saline River Shootout. And it has been a shootout here tonight.
It has been.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the overtime for you in just a moment.
Go all over Arkansas to find your next vehicle. At Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been buying vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made was at Lucky's in Monticello.
They get it at the 25.
Come by today and find roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big town selection and small town prices. 1215 Highway 425 North in Monticello, or online autobuylucky.com.
Are you ready for some good news in 2020? Well, Union Bank has some for you. How about a drive for 365? This is Randy Ross of Union Bank and Trust, and I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with an annual percentage rate of 3.91%. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC, financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65% with an APR of 3.91%. See one officer for details.
Well, we finished regulation by 12-12 here in Monticello at Hyatt Field. The rain still drizzling down. The wind has picked up, and that's kind of hurt Warren's field goal attempt a moment ago.
That made it awful tough.
All right, we're going to go into overtime. And, David, I'm trying to remember, in overtime in high school, they'll have a coin toss to see who gets the ball first or who wants it first. And then they'll start at the 25-yard line. You can pick up a first down inside the 15. You have 4 downs or pick up the first down. If that team scores, the other team has to score to answer it, or the ball game is over. If the team that starts first does not score and the defense holds, The other offense will get an opportunity to score first, and that will be the end of the overtime. If you were to end the first session at tied, you go to a second overtime after a second coin toss. Out is Jacob Duran for the Lumberjacks. He is the captain for tonight for the Lumberjacks. It's number 87 for the Billies. The coin toss is up in the air. It's down on the ground, and Warren should have got to call it since they are the visiting team. And let's see who calls what and who picks what. All right, Monticello.
I think Warren won the toss.
They're discussing which end of the field they want to play on. Officials are still discussing it. Y'all swap around. Yeah, let's go again. All right, here we go. First down, Monticello. Warren's going to be on defense first.
Which is what you want.
You want to see what you've got to do.
Right. Because,
Warren will be on defense to start the first overtime. All tied 12-12. There's no time limit in overtime. Only the play clock will be in effect in between plays. Both teams get another timeout.
Yes.
In the overtime. So Monticello, who used all theirs in regulation, will have one here in the overtime. Warren still had two at the end of regulation. David, I was wrong. It's at the 10-yard line.
10.
In high school
College.
Football. College is 25.
Yeah, B&U State College rules there, I think.
It's at the 10-yard line. Monticello will have it. First and goal from the 10. They have 4 downs to put it in the end zone or to kick a field goal.
Right.
Whatever they do, if they score, Warren has to match it to extend it to the second overtime. All right, Warren's defense will step up. Monticello's offense comes out. Strand Smith, the quarterback. Keon Smith, the lone back in the backfield. They direct snap to Keon. They stretch it out, trying to go to the edge. Turns up to 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. 10 yards out. First play here in the overtime. Monticello goes up by 6. Now, do they go for 2? They have all night. They've been going for 2. They've been unsuccessful on 2-point conversions tonight. But they lead it 18-12 here in the first overtime. They are going to go for 2. The rain has quit, David. Can you believe that?
Yes, it has.
Finally. But it's wet. The field is still wet. The balls are still wet. All right, on the 2-point conversion here in overtime for an 8-point lead. Strand Smith takes the snap, rolling to his right, wanting to throw, looking, fires toward the end zone. It's batted away and going to be incomplete. So Warren down by 6, trailing 18-12. We'll take it. I'll break and be back after this.
Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair. They're the place to go. Professionals. James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle in top condition. James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom cut glass for homes, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair,
We're ready in here, though. We'll kick that number.
Let's go, let's go.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed for all your livestock. That's right, Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feed at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North in Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
Monticello leads at 18-12. Warren their first possession here in the overtime. It's a low snap. He comes back behind. Oh, my goodness. Back behind Maddox Lassiter all the way back to the 25-yard line.
15-yard loss.
So it's second and goal from the 25. Again, Warren has to score to tie the ball game. Second and goal from the 25. Lee and Payne go wide right. Lassiter wanting to throw. Looking, going for Peyton Bird. It's underthrown and going to be incomplete at the 1-yard line. trying to hit Peyton Bird down at the 1. The Lumberjacks looking at 3rd down and goal from the 25 here in the overtime. Monticello leading 18-12. So Warren, they don't have to get it all this play. They can try to get just a big part of this change yardage back, but they'd love to put it in the end zone.
Yes.
18-12. Monticello leads it here in the overtime. Warren to the line of scrimmage. Bunch set to the right. Bird comes wide left. Lassiter rolling to his right. Lassiter looking back, throws into the flat, compete to Jakari Lee. Jakari going to get it inside the 20, down to about the 15-yard line. And it'll be 4th down and goal from the 15 for the Lumberjacks. Make it the 16-yard line.
And here comes your ball game.
Warren has to score to extend it to another overtime. Warren will call a timeout. I don't want to miss any of this, so we're going to stay right here. Remind you that all of our sponsors, hey, thank you for listening tonight. Thank you for sponsoring our ball games. If you're in their businesses, the ads that you've heard tonight, thank them for helping us bring you Lumberjack football to you every Friday night. Thank you for joining us on the radio tonight for this ball game that has been a whale of a ball game. And thank the East Lab for streaming it live on the internet. 18-12. Monticello has taken the lead here in the overtime, worn down to their final play here in the first overtime. 4th down and 15. They've got to get it into the end zone to tie the ball game, to extend it, and have a chance to win. Oh, boy. The Saline River Shootout winner gets to take that big trophy home tonight. Reap and Payne go wide right. Bird and Jakari Lee wide left. Lassiter, straight drop, throws it, jump ball into the end zone, going to be almost intercepted, batted down at the goal line.
Ball game.
And that is your ball game. The Monticello Billies have won tonight over the Warren Lumberjacks in overtime, 18-12, as that was Ron Franklin Smith for Monticello who knocked it down. And David, this is the first time Monticello has beaten Warren since the trophy was involved.
2009 was the last time they beat Warren.
So the rain has gone, and the Lumberjacks fall here tonight in a hard-fought ball game. The Monticello Billies, and David, for the first time, they're going to run down there and they're going to hoist that trophy up as they get to keep it at Monticello High School for a year until next year. 18-12, our final score here in overtime. The Monticello Billies defeat the Warren Lumberjacks at Hyatt Field in the first shootout.